What's going on?
What's going on? I think this is a weird format for people who haven't been watching us for a while. So I think like giving them an update after taking almost a year
Yeah,
since making this album because we
eight
posted that we were
months.
something like that.
A
So
long time.
yeah, and first thing we do in 2026.
Yeah.
We started in April. We started in
Yeah.
April tracking drums. So
Yeah, so we
um,
did some demos back in April. And it took like the whole month, but it was spread out. Like, I think really where this starts is with this space.
yeah, yeah. We definitely started. We did it in 2, 3 sessions, three
Yeah.
writing sessions, something like that. And then we took a break, and then we. I know August was the time we started tracking for real.
Yeah.
So as per my board, it's August 2nd is when we started tracking drums for real
Yep.
and shaping this whole thing into the album that is today because we just finished listening to a 90% finished album, first album after Primal Rage, and it's been 3 fucking years,
Hype,
right?
hype.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it'll
Get
be
that hype going for sure.
at least by the time it comes out, right?
It's coming out this year.
Yeah. But I'm saying
We're
It's-
not
it's-
waiting anymore. Like
it's January right now, so if it
yeah.
comes out, let's say it comes out in April. I don't know that, but that's when Primal came out. It's like June.
yeah,
So
yeah. It was summertime, but yeah,
So we came in here. When did you start? When did you come onto this place? Like January, February?
um, yeah. It
Yeah.
was after Nam last year, and we we started it in February, right?
Yeah.
I think it was February. Yeah,
So I think it was just kind of like a surprise, honestly. It's like, hey, like, come to this location. Surprise. It's our
Oh,
new
I was
studio.
surprised. I know that I was. I remember. I was
Yeah.
like, "What's this?
yeah,
A new jam spot?" And they're like, "Nah, it's for good."
yeah.
Like,
And just for the viewers' sake, this was not like this when we first got it. This place was scary to get in at first. People who were here, I mean, they're it's still a little scary behind the camera because the ceilings are not done. We do have ceilings, okay? It's not like we're here
yeah, it's
with
beautiful.
no
It's
ceilings.
beautiful.
We do have ceilings, but it's very industrial looking and it's not finished, so it's very patchy. And we did what we could do with the limitations of not having scaffolding to paint the ceiling with the limited height because we have pretty tall ceilings here, so it was a bit of a bitch to yeah.
I can't reach it.
um Even with a fucking pole, like we bought. I remember we went to Harbor Freight and it's like I'm not buying a fucking ladder and I'm not getting stuck with a fucking 20 footer. Where the fuck
For
am I
one
gonna
thing,
for
yeah.
one thing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever we get done with that, it's done and we paint it until the paint was nothing left in that can and that was it. And it's like, I'm not gonna do anything else. But yeah, so but we got it up to speed pretty quickly. I would say the turnaround was like 2, 3 weeks, something like
Yeah.
that. 2 weeks. Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it wasn't even 3 weeks. Yeah, so we had a lot of shit left over from another studio that I was building at the time. So it's like yeah. So we got this up to speed. But I just wanted to give
Hmm.
the people a little backstory.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing with this space is like with a normal studio that you would go in, you would rent it for, let's say, like a week to do drums or whatever, a week to do guitars or vocals. And then with this space, it's like we're on it on a month to month basis, but we've been here like long term. So it's given us the space and the time to decide like on our schedule when it works for us. So like April worked out where we could demo everything and we were both pretty open, me and Brian. A couple sessions pretty quick. did like 2-3 songs at a time. By the end of April, it was all wrapped up, and then we both had a lot of summer stuff going on. So we picked back up in August. That's when we really tracked everything. So
Yeah, you were setting a lot of your personal matters,
yeah,
a lot of personal shit at that time. So it's like I think it's better if we get those things taken care of in July, I think it was. It's like,
we
you
had
know
a
what,
couple
let's get this
other
summer.
gigs and stuff we were doing.
Yeah.
So.
So it's like so yeah, let's take that that time to get that shit sorted and then come back strong in August. And this is all happening while, you know, like behind the scenes where while we were figuring out how we're gonna tackle the next album and shit.
And in between then, we're still getting together doing rehearsals, just hanging.
Yeah, we were still rehearsing. Like we were still meeting.
Yeah, definitely still getting together to rehearse, make sure, you know, get a little bit of rust off the gears, keep it moving. But yeah, you know, I noticed you guys have been able to really utilize the space to further, you know, the band at this point, and it's been great. Um, really cool.
Locking
I
in.
like the vibes.
Yeah.
VHS Mafia Studio.
We had some technical difficulties,
The beginning.
some issues recording stuff, but once we got rolling, it was like, let's get 3 songs done today.
Yeah.
Let's get. I think one day we did like 6 songs.
Yes, yeah. We definitely did 6 songs in a day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Productive.
No bullshit. Yeah, we were locked in at that point. It always happens, you know, like when you start recording an album, that's the hardest part because you're measuring levels and you getting comfortable. It's like what setup is it gonna work? What setup's gonna work for you? Because we had more toms for you at in the beginning. Like we had like 4 toms.
Yeah.
But then we swap like the 12-inch for a 14-inch.
Yeah.
So you ended up having
2 floor toms.
Because we were having some weird noise coming from that tom. Yeah. So I think you got a pretty comfortable setup during the recording time of it.
Yeah, it's super ergonomic, so it made everything a lot easier in that regard. And it's just getting used to like recording because like playing live, not only is like the technique different, but maybe like the way I would play something would be a little different. Like tracking, it's a lot of singles, a lot of just loud, very aggressive playing, whereas live, it's, you know, you want to be aggressive and put on a good show, but you also have to kind of conserve some energy and make choices based off of the set. So but beyond like just having this space for tracking drums, like what also I think made this work really well is like you have your home studio, so
Yeah, definitely get to do a lot of homework, and I know for my part of the process, it just was me locked in there for a good month straight, you know, writing, recording, and, you know, beating my head up against the wall, trying to, you know, make sure I can get the best product out of myself and really cover a lot of the, you know, the topics I wanted to, you know, get some things off my chest, all that good stuff. And just, it's been a great process. It was a lot of fun, you know. Got to really express myself this time, and I really like that. Uh, been a journey. Like, it's been a journey, and I'm just really happy to see it come to fruition. It's really, really just I got no words other than excitement. Like
it's hyped. Yeah.
hype.
Yeah. Definitely I think it's been the best work we've done as a unit, and the first time we get to do like a full album worth of music, because a lot of times we do have a lot of leftover shit
Yeah.
that got left from previous albums, and even for Primal Rage, I got left with a lot of fucking songs that were old songs that were revamped into something else, and it's like also there are songs that are out of style between one album and another. And it's like, I don't think this is the time to take these songs out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few songs that it's like, I think they're gonna be a waste in this album. And it's not because they're not good. It's like people are expecting something heavier and shit. And it's hard to navigate what you like. It's very, I mean, I think we're very stable in our music tastes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I get a little crazy there, but
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. And my head is not in the genre as much, even though
I can relate to that. It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, I try to definitely take that fine line between, you know, imitation is flattery and just sometimes almost just being a complete ripoff. You know, you don't want too much, too much reference from your peers, because then you kind of become them, and and it kind of takes away from the individuality that we tend to look for in our music. And it's nothing personal against the other guys. It's actually more of a compliment to them, because we don't want to step on toes and sound like this when we want to be ourselves and we want to express ourselves properly. And I think we actually really accomplished that this time, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I guess like going back to what's in and what's out at the moment, it's like you plan a record, but it takes time to get it sounding right.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as, hey, track vocals, track drums, guitar, and then it's out.
Yeah.
It's
within the first week or something.
It's all easy on paper and theory.
yeah. And then I also approach mixing in a case by case, because I don't just put up the same preset on everything. If something calls for something else and the song calls for a specific thing, I'm gonna give it to it.
Yeah.
That's why some songs tend to have different mixes in the same album, and it's always happened, minus the first album. The first album was like a preset for everything and a really shitty one at the time, But it was like at the beginning, I wasn't producing, so I was recording, but I mean, you can call it producing, but I wasn't fully
immersed
into it. Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a deep dive.
Yeah.
You dive in initially, and then you're like, you get your feet wet, and then you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
To get that $1 million sound, it takes that deep dive. You go into the Marianas Trench on that one.
Yeah. and the reason I never wanted to do it, but the reason why I did it was because in the beginning we wasted so much time and so much precious time to fucking get that album out, because we were relying on other producers.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were sticking their hand in the pot, and then nothing came out. And then we lost sessions, and everybody knows like the story with the first albums was horrible. So that's when I decided to keep everything organized, and it's like it's a mission, because I already do a lot, and taking care of mixing and mastering and shit and producing, it's a lot. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna give it more love than me.
Exactly.
And it's like, rather than giving it to someone else, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna prioritize other bands that you like, and you may not like what we're doing at the moment that much. So, and if I start bugging you, then the final result's gonna be shit, because if you sat on it for a year and I call you tomorrow and you haven't started, then the project just got stale. And I also believe in that. I believe on sitting in an album too much actually ruins the album. I don't like overthinking shit.
Too many
revisions and shit. Yeah, no. If there's something crucial that you guys, it's like, it's absolutely horrible, I want you guys to tell me and say, okay, let's fix it quick and let's get it out. I'm not I'm not opposed to changing anything. I just don't like sitting on it too long. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, because when you sit on it for too long, man, it loses spark. And
And then it also can have you just second guessing yourself.
yeah,
Because sometimes as the artist, we will overthink our parts way more than any listener
yeah,
will. And, you know, you can be your your worst enemy, biggest critic.
yeah,
And sometimes it can just, you know, it eats you up and you just let it go, you
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
it's better to let the music out there so people can listen to it, they can enjoy it, and keep yourself productive, you know, and the band and everything. But because that's the problem sometimes. That's the necrophagus thing, you know.
Yeah.
10 years later, and is the album ever coming? You know, and that's luckily we don't mess around like that.
And you know what? The day that it comes out, I doubt it'll ever come out. But if it does come out,
that's a
it'll ruin them because it's gonna fucking suck. That's my
to,
take
to
on it.
everyone's expectation.
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
because if you keep building those
It's like
expectations,
It's like Tool. Like they sat on an album for 14 years. It's like
oh,
everyone's
and
hoping it's worth the wait. but
same
is it?
thing with
Probably not.
System of a Down with Sold.
Yeah.
System of a Down, it's been it's like, oh no, we don't want to drop a new album. Oh, they're having internal problems, right? But they play shows, they play festivals, they headline shit from time to time. So it's like I just don't understand the dynamic where we can go out and fucking play, but we can't be in the studio because we hate each other. It's like I don't get that dynamic.
Yeah, more power to them for making it work still and on their behalf. But yeah, I don't understand a dynamic like that. That's
Yeah.
a little. It's chaotic productive. That's strange.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So why did it take this long? Took this long because, and I guess it's not that long because, but in Astonishing End timeline, we always drop music and we always want to be releasing new singles and shit. But it took longer, not because we didn't have any songs. We did have some songs that didn't come out in Primal Rage. Plus, writing this album was so quick. It was like 12 songs, 12 new songs. So plus we had already released Scorpio, making actually we were fine because Primal Rage came out in 2023, right? 23? 23. Then in 24
Sounds right.
we already had Scorpio out.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the 24 we had Grandma came out in October
yeah.
for Halloween. And then we had Death Glitch lined up, which was a song from Primal that was left out.
Yeah,
And
it definitely was. It was in the chamber.
yeah, and then 2025 we were focused on just writing and recording this album. And
Yeah.
then here we are 2026 and time went by so quick.
Yeah, time flies.
Time flown by. So yeah, that's the update. How was the tracking process for you, if you want to talk a little more about
Like you guys said, there's always that initial curve of getting into the swing of things. You know, just trying to figure out exactly, you know, the pitches, just getting comfortable with the mic and everything. But it was a whole process. It was a learning experience. It was trials and tribulations, you know. But I really did enjoy it. You know, it was a test. It was definitely a test because I definitely, you know, got about a month to figure everything out to keep to productive, you know, standard. So I really got to like tap into a side of myself that I've been waiting to, I feel like, just to, you know, meet that crunch time, get everything done. And also, like I was saying earlier, is just you know, getting to express myself. Some of these you know, some of the songs just I really got to touch on some things that I've had locked up in the noodle in the mind, you know. And it's really great to hear it come to life and anticipating playing them live, and it's been a great experience, you know. And I'm ready for more. I'm ready for the next release after this. We're gonna give it to you, and then right we can get to work on more.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about what's next.
That's always the goal, you know.
My brain always works like that. It's like I should live more in the moment, because sometimes it's like, I should enjoy the moment. I should enjoy this time and place. But I'm always thinking of, okay, this is gonna be part one of whatever,
Yeah.
and it's like I already know what we're gonna do next and shit.
And I'm always down with it, you know, that I feel the same exact way. I feel like the wait was worth it. And I'm very excited to finally get this out to everyone, and you know, show the growth. I feel like as a unit, you know,
Yeah.
it's shows, you know, because like you were saying, there was a lot of loose ends that had to be tied up at a certain point, and now we really don't have that. It's just about what's next and what we, you know, what's to come in the future, and it's exciting.
Do you feel like you give a fuck about what people think or might think about the album?
I mean,
Are you at that point? How are you feeling after listening to it, and like?
I feel like it speaks for itself, honestly. Like, I don't think, how do I put this? I guess like, I don't know. It's a strong album. There's a lot of things that I think people can grab onto that are familiar enough that it's not like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is strange or weird or anything, but it's got a very modern production to it that is a little bit outside the box, I think, personally. A lot of bands, I think, kind of sit either in kind of the slow, kind of drony kind of space, and a lot of bands sit in the very fast technical space. I think we sit in a really nice sweet spot where there's fast moments, but there's a lot of room to breathe. And, I think it's cool because we got to collaborate on this, and like Brian's a great drummer, and like, so I got to learn a lot from him, but we also got to put our brains together a little bit and try and come up with what suits everything the best. And it wasn't about like, oh, this has to have the flashiest fill or the fastest blast beat or anything like that. It was just about
Keeping the songwriting in mind.
Yeah,
What can benefit the song and also show artistry
totally.
in everything that we were doing.
Yeah.
Because I love pushing back on things. I don't know. People might think like, oh, it's like I love playing fast shit. Yes. But I love him shining too. Like I want you shining too. So it's like, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like I try to stay away from high notes and fast shit and just being annoying with the guitar, because I feel it's easy to be fucking annoying and annoying
I'm
guitars.
definitely the one that's like, yo, solo there.
Yeah, that is
Solo
true. That
there.
is true.
Do it.
That is true. That is so true. Yeah.
I'm a guitar nerd at heart. So
No, that is true. Yeah, JB is very passionate about guitar. But I love taking back and just playing some chords on some, some melodies, and just watch these guys do their thing. And it's like, yeah, guys, take it from here, and I want you to, like, when I orchestrate things, and you see me being very anal about this in the production, it's like I want things to breathe, and I want you to fucking do your spot, and then come out, and then I'll do some riff here, whatever. Sometimes it's like, yo, Nick, take a break from this part, because you're doing blast and you're doing a lot of fast shit, and maybe you might not have a break until two songs later or something. So it's like we always think about little things like that, and the flow, and how this is gonna work live, and because I don't know, man, I feel like we're doing things very organic, and a lot of bands don't think about that. A lot of bands are way into programming shit and not thinking about how is this gonna work live? Is it gonna sound heavy? Is it gonna
Yeah.
sound, like
Having the foresight of live and how it's going to sound is the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Because studio is always the ear candy, and it's a must. It's got to sound good, but the goal is to take that music on the road and get people to really be inspired by the performance. And I feel like that's a thing that we take in consideration like highly, you know. And it's our way. It's the way. It's what we feel is right, and it's nothing against anyone else. To each their own.
Yeah.
But that's what we love to do, and that's our niche. That's where we want to be, and it's very comfort. It's a comfortable spot for progression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's not comfortable, but it's great. For the progress that we're looking for, and you know.
In my opinion, about the album itself, I think I'm at a point where I don't know, a lot of people are gonna love it because we still very metalcore band.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's like this album is like we don't give a fuck if you really like it or not. Even though it's great, but it's like I
course.
think we went all out in ways we haven't done. If you have listened to the first album, I think we tapped in a new way to the true essence of what this started to be. And a lot of people are following this trend to to try to be the heaviest band in the game and shit. Because being heavy, it's very, it can be very unmusical. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's like it can be very unprofessional at some point. Very distasteful too.
Yeah.
Like if you try to be
Some
like
of it,
if-
that's literally
Angular or too
Yeah.
some of the
aggressive or
genres. That's literally the approach they're looking for
Yeah.
too. Which to each their own. That's their way.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but I feel like they rely 100% on huge production and finding ways to sound interesting because whatever's happening musically is as close to zero as it can be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
Because-
it's literally zeros on the tab.
Exactly. Yeah, and in
And
the
it
most
is
literal
what
way.
it is, but
Yeah. So at this point in our careers, I truly feel that it's like, yo, we're going for the big pie on this one. I don't think we're going to hold back or think about, is this really the right time? It's like it's always been the right time for metalcore because metalcore has been consistent since it came out.
Yeah.
It might not be in your Spotify rotation from time to time, and you might fucking be all in deathcore mode or slam or hardcore or whatever.
be like me and just be listening to hip hop for months, and then out of nowhere you're just like, I wanna listen to this metalcore song from 2010.
Yeah.
And then it leads you to the newer stuff that's coming out. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we even have like one song in particular that it's very alternative and it's a risk.
Yeah.
It's truly a risk, and I know I mean, in the same album we have heavy songs like Grandma.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we can do that. And
But that's the point of expression,
uh-huh.
It's a different approach
Yeah.
that we can do, and we want to at some point sometimes.
I think that's why
And we
people
did it.
gravitate around us, because a lot of people they listen to a lot of clean music, like a lot of poppy music.
Metalcore
Metalcore?
casts like a big net. Like,
Yes.
there's everything from what you might consider more of like a commercial rock song that fits under metalcore, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Where we got like the serious like Octane radio or whatever. There's like scene emo bands and stuff. I feel like we sit kind of in this more traditional like metallic hardcore space, but we also have some, poppy hooks and stuff like that.
We got
Yeah.
a more
riffs.
But
interesting
without
twist.
following the trends.
Yeah.
Because what now they're calling it metalcore is not metalcore
It's-
for me.
yeah.
It's not metalcore. They're
I
calling it
understand that.
they're so here's the thing, right? Like metalcore should have riffs, and I don't think a lot of the modern metalcore right now has a lot of riffs.
Yeah.
It's just chords and,
It's
and
definitely
heavy
the,
parts
Like
and shit.
synth leads. Or whatever.
Yeah,
and
and a
the
lot of
concept-
spatial thing to fill the gaps.
Yeah.
And the concept of a riff has definitely like almost changed
Right?
in metalcore. I
Yeah.
feel like, and like, because like some of the things, like, you know, you hear it and they're like, "This is the riff," and I'm like,
Is that really? Is that what you're calling a
that
riff?
was I guess it was a couple of open notes, a chord, and then a couple of notes out of the scale, and it works, but like I don't know, as metalcore, I really do think about a lot of the OGs, the greats. You know, I'm gonna sit back and think about, you know, the Kill Switches, the August Burns Red, the riffs, the real riffs. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like we have not forgotten is riffs. He's the riff king right here. You know, so
I
you know-
try. I try to keep things interesting, man, because I think that's my role here, to come up with the most interesting riffs that I don't know, like, and to keep producing things that it's same genre, but I don't want the same song over and over and over. I want things to sound. I mean, this album, every song starts differently. So none of these songs you're gonna confuse this one with the other and whatever, because every song has a different vibe to it. And that's another important thing in terms of writing, because that starts in the writing process. But a lot of times it's like when we write shit, it doesn't sound as good or as I was envisioning during the production. And right when I'm recording it, it's like, no, this is not going. I need to switch the intro or make it more interesting and shit.
Mhm.
And it doesn't have to be flashy. It just has to be groovy and, you know, makes you feel something.
Yeah.
We have a lot of leftover material still that we're still reworking or just holding on to so that we can be back and stronger for the next one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, for sure. Here's the thing. We can give you a 20 song album in no time. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, it's like, I think like we're so focused in what we do that people might think that we're bragging, we're talking shit. But it's really not like that.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want 20 fucking songs, I'll give you 25, 30 fucking
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
That's okay. Are you really gonna be able to promote 30 fucking songs in one album?
No.
Are you really gonna be able to fucking make music videos for everything and, you know, make people with very short attention span gravitate towards an album that's 30
Yeah.
songs deep?
Yeah, no, it's that's really not the vibe these days. You know,
Yeah.
so
I was just going to say, yeah, it's like there's been a noticeable trend of albums being shorter than they used to be. And I think that it serves bands better. It's just better if it's,
Yeah.
I think like 40 minutes is like a good length. Like 30's good, 40's good. I think after 45, it's too long. So
it all depends on what you really want to accomplish with that piece of work. Because I'm still a sucker for like concept albums, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. You
I mean, a
know,
lot of bands,
you
you
can
know,
make
they
it a 30 song.
but I don't count, and this is gonna be a clip right here. Like, I don't count. It doesn't count if your album is 15 songs and you have 5 interludes in your album.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
album is only
yeah,
10 songs
yeah.
long. Okay,
yeah.
just so you know, buddy.
You can
It's
trick
not-
the record company, but you're not tricking.
No,
us.
no.
It might
It's like,
count for them.
let's make like a lo-fi thing in between every 3 songs or whatever, and then
And that's cool and all, but
that's cool, yeah.
It doesn't. It's not a full song at that point.
But it's not a song.
yeah,
You know, it's just a jam session that you decided to put there just to count, to bump up the track number. You know,
Nine
And-
times out of 10, you know the listener, if they're gonna listen to the full album, They might just say, "I know this already," and they're gonna skip over.
they're
It's
gonna
great for
skip
the
over
first
it.
couple of listens.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's cool to, I guess, it's like an intro live, and I could see, very good for that. But I know exactly what you mean. It's
And it's happening a lot. I've noticed that it has happened a lot. But with that said, these are 10 songs that we're gonna be releasing. These 10 songs are gonna be songs, so it's not no filler. So
Bangers
it's
only.
yeah,
bangers only. And then whatever's left, we're gonna put it on the next one. And write more shit, and then because those 4 or 5 songs that are always the leftover from an album are usually the singles for next cycle or in between albums, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we have a new single,
yeah, it just makes
or
sense.
a deluxe version, like the 10-year anniversary from the first album. It's like,
Right.
oh yeah, there are 5 other songs that nobody has heard that were supposed to be a part of what the second album was going to be. That album wasn't finished, so we only have 5 songs. So where the fuck do we put these 5 songs? So they waited 10 years to be released. So it's like, yeah, they got released then during COVID. Same happened with a few songs that were from Primal, but Primal was a huge hodgepodge too,
Yeah.
because there were a lot of songs that were released from Asaso to Holy Trinity. So a lot of weird gaps, but I think we got everything organized by now, and I think we're in a good position.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have a good groove, a good system happening.
Be hype and be ready for more after this. This is just the beginning. But it's been a while, so we're very excited to share something new with you guys. Give you as much as we feel is necessary at the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and as much as you guys like, periodically.
Yeah.
And maybe we want more singing on that song, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna sing.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna get better. That's the goal from here, is to just keep getting better, and it's really gonna be about the people that like the music. And you guys can hate, that's cool. I still love you. Like
I don't. I
I
fucking hate you back. You can go fuck yourself if you don't like it. That's gonna be my attitude for 2026. I worked too hard on this shit. If you don't like it, it's personal, bitch. So,
let the lyrics speak for themselves.
yeah.
I'm nice.
No. JB is the cool, the good kid. I think I'm past that right now. I'm yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this week it's it's him. Next week maybe me. But
Yeah.
for now, I'm so happy with our success, and it's not in that standpoint. It's just a proving ground for ourselves. You know what I mean? And getting this out there and getting it finished, and it's like you've said earlier. It's not really a bragging thing. It's just proud. Proud of us and proud of.
Listen, when you're immersed in this shit the way we are, because I hear a lot of people that they say they're in it, but they're not, and that's okay, because I don't know, there's a lot of things that I do that I do them at a 20%, and they were just fine doing them at a 20%, my love going to the gym, but I'm not in love with the gym like a bodybuilder will be. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same passion. So obviously I'm gonna fucking do it at a 30-40% capacity, and I'm okay with that. And some people are okay just doing music at a 30-40% capacity, and that works for them. And it's just a good hobby, because it's a hobby for them. But for us, it's not a hobby. It's like, no, it's a full thing. It's a full-time thing where we are fully immersed in this shit. So of course there's gonna be mixed feelings in terms of how people view things from the outside versus how we do things internally. A lot of people might not understand that.
Yeah, and you know, more power to them. Some people it's really all fun and games.
Yeah.
But to us it's fun and games and serious. You know,
I mean, yeah, we don't want to make this unbearable to stand each other or you know to be around each other for like
yeah, no, it's
the-
not like
being a fucking
toxic.
toxic. Yeah, no.
Because that's actually more counterproductive than it really is worth.
yep.
You know, and I think we're all mature enough to realize that. Because when you're younger and you're headstrong and you want to get it done, that's where all the problems had. You know, you get a couple of headstrong people in the same group and they're just button heads and that's really not what we're here to do. And you know, and that's the superpower of it. It's really just we all have the common goal, and that's to get things done and play music and write music and try to avoid all the other parts, the drama and everything like that. It's just that don't get a song done.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I was just gonna fucking be like, I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, we totally hate each other, as you can see.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I think the unspoken rule here is like you guys, all we know is like we need to perform at this level at all times, and we know that this is the starting point where we need to be playing at, and once we know that, it's like you do your own thing, I do my own thing, and it fucking works.
Exactly.
And at that point, it's like don't step on. I mean, you want to say something, feel free to fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like micromanaging of things.
Nothing's like overly scripted.
No,
And you know, even with live performance, nothing I'll ever say is really overly scripted, except maybe like we have a YouTube video for this or something. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the one show we every song we played basically had a YouTube video, and at the end of it, I was like,
I said we have a lot of YouTube videos.
I was just like, well,
It's like, hey guys,
you
we got
wouldn't
a
guess,
music
but we
video
have
for this
another
one.
one.
Check out our music videos.
This one's on YouTube as well, and it's really. Cool
I hadn't
video.
realized until you fucking said it, and at that point, at that time, and it's like, holy shit!
It was because some of the
right.
people in the crowd looked back at me, and I could just read it off their. Like, they got a video for that one too. I'm like, that's the point. You could half of our set list definitely, well, our whole set list at that time. You could see it on YouTube.
I mean, a part of that was because Primal, like we talked about, was such a hodgepodge. Is like 787, Evie Machinga, they were pre-released.
Yeah.
Once I Dreamed of Solace, a couple others.
Cabal, fucking
Last
Cabal,
Dragon
bro.
Ball has
Cabal
like a
was
lyric video or
the
something.
Cabal, Harakiri, Treasonist. Those songs were like they blew up without me even knowing. Like, it was like songs that I started, and then I remember I did a few videos playing the solo, and that was it. And I didn't understand why.
Sometimes it's like that.
But also, it happened during the pandemic, or
A lot of
like
listeners.
pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, and that shit.
Everyone was on their phone looking at things. And
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
A lot of genres got to see a huge influx of listeners again.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, definitely metalcore was huge for it because everyone's, you know, they think they're all dying, so they're like, I gotta go listen to the songs I grew up with, and then they see another band
Yeah.
because the algorithm sometimes works in the favor.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you get a new fan, but it was definitely a huge time period for listeners. You know,
You guys can expect 10 more music videos with this album.
I'm
think.
down.
10
down.
videos.
I
Watch them.
would love to go a little more in depth with some of these videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we've got some really cool ones, cool, you know, themes and this and that.
Yeah, but keep in mind, a lot of those music videos, it's like, oh, we have to come up with a music video.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily. I have huge fucking ideas, right? And I have huge ideas that I need to compress into budgetary friendly, like ideas. Because if not, I would be fucking blowing $1 million or $2 million in a music video.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the ideas that I
We
have.
got the
and,
ideas. We just need
It's-
the financial backing.
I was just gonna say it's easy to be like, oh yeah, let's like rent cars or fucking go shoot at a park or something, but then you have to get like permits or whatever.
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
You got to
It's-
get a director if you want to do it like very professionally, and
Yeah, a lot of people, I don't know, for some reason they want to charge bands as if
An
they
arm and
were
a
gonna
leg.
be like charging Netflix for a
Yeah.
fucking series, bro. And it's like, can you fucking be realistic here?
yeah,
It's like you're
And I get it. Some of these guys are really good, and everyone has to make money. But sometimes it's unfeasible. It's unfeasible, And
I
it's-
mean,
it's not like
it's like, yeah, and we're also good too. So, and we're not getting paid $500,000 per show, So, and we still have to fucking make things happen and grind.
yeah.
And a lot of people, it's like, oh yeah, I'm great, and it's like, yeah, but you're not fucking gigging either. So I don't understand, like, why the fuck you'd rather get zero money versus $20,000, imaginary $20,000 that you're not gonna fucking get out of a band,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
more, because a lot of people are very unrealistic with how they want to prize their fucking shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, yeah, we're diving into more refined videos, and we have better equipment, better than past years. So definitely you're gonna keep seeing an improvement, but
Definitely.
definitely it's not gonna be like $1 million production yet unless you guys make this album your top
Here's
One
our
of
priority.
the
Kickstarter link.
Right?
Let us know. The DMs are open. All of us. You- Venmo. The emails were he loves checking his email. Email him, not me.
Yeah, I'm always glued to the computer. Just stream our shit as much as possible, and that's it. That's all we need. And yeah,
And come see us live.
Yeah, if we're on tour, go check that shit out.
if promoters don't fucking cancel shows,
Yeah,
Trying to do.
I think we were long overdue for an update, and what's been happening in AAE camp. So here's
Definitely.
statement.
go stream An Astonishing End on Spotify or Apple Music.
Go stream us on Apple Music and Spotify, and come to our live performances and love our music.
Yeah.
Just love it like we do. Thank
Guys, you're gonna fucking like it. The album is fucking great. I'm not gonna discredit it. It's like, yeah, it's fucking heavy as fuck. Putting aside, like, yeah, we're still metalcore, but we're not straight. It's not a different. We're not changing genres here, and we're not doing anything like. It's a continuation of all the previous work that we've done. Aside from the second album, which was weird. But you guys already know that. But it's a continuation of the roots and the essence of the band. So you guys are gonna fucking like the album. It's really fresh. It's fresh. Everybody who's not into metal or can like this album. So it's a great
Yeah.
hook to bring more people into the genre, because we always try to keep it fresh for new fans and people who are not, maybe are not, they don't even know what this genre is, and if they listen to us, we might be that band that turns them into metal. So yeah, this is a great album in that regard. Musically speaking, we didn't hold back in shit, because we did whatever we thought was necessary to make this album a banger. And we have more songs coming for next album. We're not gonna take too long in releasing another album after this, but we definitely want to do a full cycle for this album and really push every fucking single song that we have here before we release any more new songs.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be it. And keep watching us on Instagram and shit, because we're gonna be giving you updates in terms of new single and whatever, and we're gonna be pushing that new single, and then we'll work on the release of the new album. That has been the update in the AAE camp. I'll see you guys soon.
That's it, guys.
Adios.